Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shayna Wilhoit. This is my very first ever YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing exactly what the title of the video says we're going to be doing. We're going to be meeting my 25 pets, and we're going to start off by meeting my 3 dogs, and then we're going to move on to my 5 cats, and then we're going to check out my 4 fish tanks, and then we're just going to move on to the rest of the exotic pets. So without further ado, let's begin. So here we are, we're going to meet my dogs. First up we have Gypsy. She is my full-blooded Siberian Husky. She came from a breeder. She's about 2 years old, and she is super energetic and very, very vocal, and I love her very much. And next we have Shadow. He is also a full-blooded Siberian Husky. However, he did not come from a breeder. He is a rescue rehome situation. He is also very, very energetic, and he is almost 2 years old. He'll be 2 in January. And then lastly, we have my full-blooded black lab, Pippa. She also came from a breeder. She is also over 2 years old. She has some allergies, as you can see on her back. We just got done taking her to the vet to get those treated. Now she's on some steroids, and she's doing much better with some hair regrowth. She is the sweetest of my 3 pups. She just wants love and attention and affection, and she's a very, very good girl. So that's my dogs. So now we're moving on to my 5 cats, and the very first cat that we're going to meet today is Duchess. She is the first of my 5 cats, and she also came from a rescue, and she's a little bit over 5 years old. And the next cat that we're going to meet is Duke. He is the second cat that I got out of my 5 cats. He was found in a parking lot, and I brought him home with me. He is roughly about 4 years old, and he is the shyest out of my bunch, and also the biggest. But he is very sweet. Next up we have Salem. She came to me with Lacey Bell, another one of my cats, and she had 5 kittens, and she also fostered 2 more kittens for a total of 7. And out of her litter we kept 1 cat, and that's how we got our 5th. I don't really know her age. I'm guessing about 2 to 3 years old. I'm gonna say 3 because her son is about 2 years old. So that's Salem. Next up we have Pluto. This is Salem's kitten, and they're currently fighting with each other right now. He was one of the 5 kittens out of the litter, and I kept him. He is roughly 2 years old, and he is my most bonded cat. He's extremely sweet and playful. He only has 2 modes. It's cuddle or attack. So that's Pluto. Lastly, for my cats, we have Lacey Bell. She is the cat that came to me with Salem and her kittens. I call her Cow Cat because, well, she looks like a cow. I also don't know exactly how old she is. I think she may be a little bit older than Salem, but I'm not really for sure. And that's Lacey Bell. Alright, so now we're going to move on to my 4 fish tanks. We're going to start out with my African cichlid tank. I do have a large variety of cichlids in here. This is a 55-gallon tank, and it's 100% experimental. These fish could get older, grow up, turn on each other, and kill each other. I don't really know. It's hit or miss with African cichlids, but I am just trying it out. A few of the fish that I have in here, I do have an African spotted leaf fish. I have 2 firemouth cichlids. I have a yellow Labracombrius. I think I pronounced that right. Don't tear me apart if I butchered it. I have a few peacocks in here, and it's not really recommended to keep peacocks and rock dwellers like Mabunas together, but I'm trying it out. We're seeing how it works. So far, so good. Like I said, they could grow up and kill each other, but so far, so good. And then I also have a blood parrot, and there's a convict in there. Just a bunch of different, just a big variety of African cichlids. And then I have this ginormous Plecostomus, a common Placo, back there in the back, who is destroying my tank. He's ripping up plants and he's pooping everywhere. And I only have him because my stepmom talked me into bringing him home for the winter. She was keeping him outside in a pond. He may be going back and staying inside in one of her other tanks. I haven't decided yet, but he is destroying my beautiful 55-gallon tank. He's tearing it apart and pooping everywhere. So yeah, my tactic with these African cichlids is just overstocking and lots of hiding places. Hopefully it all goes good. Next tank reviewing is just it's my smallest tank. It's my 5-gallon beta tank. It is home to my Dumbo beta Poseidon back there in the back, and he's not going to come out for us today. He's just resting his big old fins, but maybe, oh, there he comes. There's Poseidon. And Poseidon was having some fin nipping issues a while back. His 5-gallon sprung a leak, so we had to move him to a 10-gallon temporarily that I had extra, and the 10-gallon didn't allow for him to get to the top as easily to breathe air, and he started getting angry with his very large fins and nipping them and ripping them up. But now that he's back in his 5-gallon, he's doing much better. He's healing, and he's much happier. So that is Poseidon. Our fish tanks, we have my 10-gallon beta community tank. I have one male butterfly beta in here named Neptune. And then in here with him I have 4 platies that I raised from fry, so they're not very good quality because I didn't really know what I was doing when I got them. They're fairly old, but they are in there. There's 4 of them. And then I have this mystery snail. And that's pretty much all there is to see in my 10-gallon tank. Next we have my 20-gallon tank, and in this 20-gallon tank is Maui, my very gorgeous beta. He is my pride and joy. I just think that he is so beautiful. I adore him and his amazing colors and all that he's grown since he's been with me. I just think that he is something else. With Maui is 5 Culiloches down here. You can see a couple more back there in the back, but they don't come out very much during the day because they are a nocturnal species of fish and they just like to burrow during the day. That's all that I have in here right now. I do plan on putting some mollies in here just because I have a hair algae issue. It's currently clean because I pulled it all apart and scrubbed it down, but I'm sure it'll be right back. So I am going to add some mollies in here, and we'll see how my Maui takes that because he is very, very dramatic. Next up, we're moving into my more exotic pets. We have Percy and Piper, my 2 cockatiels. They also came to me in a rehome situation where I don't believe that they were handled very much because they are not very hand-tamed at all. And maybe they'll get a little bit better as we go, but I don't really mind not being able to handle them a lot. I'm just happy to provide them with a much better home now. I don't really know how old they are. I'm guessing a little over a year though. So here we see my hermit crab Ferris. This is his current enclosure. It's a 20-gallon long, and this is what he came to me in. I do plan on upgrading him. He is the only one in the tank right now, and they're very social creatures. They should really be in groups because in the wild they can live in hundreds, and it's just not good for them to live alone. So I do plan on getting more hermit crabs for him. I'm just waiting until we can upgrade to a bigger tank because he has been alone in here for 4 years, and I don't want to risk him murdering some other crabs. But this is his tank. I'm not exactly sure what he's got going on in here. I don't really ask any questions. I just feed and water him and let him do his thing and move on. But this is Ferris's enclosure. He's actually back there right now in the corner. I'm not gonna mess with him because I am afraid that he's getting ready to molt, and that may be why he is digging tunnels and holes and piling up dirt. So we're just not gonna mess with him right now. The next animals that we're gonna meet today are my bearded dragons. I have 2 bearded dragons, and the first guy that we're meeting is Calypso. He also came to me in a rescue rehome situation, and I'm guessing that he is under a year old still. When he did come to me, he did have a bit of stuck shed and he lost the tip of his tail, but otherwise he's been healthy since. Okay, and here we have my other bearded dragon, Puff the Magic Dragon, or Puff for short. He also came to me in a rehome situation. I met a lady while I was at the pet store, and she was getting rid of her bearded dragon, and I was telling her about Calypso and how I had him, and then I also took in Puff. So I'm assuming that he wasn't really handled much in his previous home as a baby. I did get him as a juvenile, so I didn't really get to handle him very much whenever he was still really young. But he's handleable, but he's just a little finicky about it, so that's why we're not getting him out today. He just doesn't really care for being touched, so we're viewing him from afar because it would be kind of hard to video a bearded dragon who's trying to climb my face. Hopefully in the future he'll become much more handleable as I work with him more. So yeah, that's Puff. Okay, so next up we're gonna meet my 2 chinchillas. This is Chewbacca, and down here we have Snowball. They came to me in a rehoming situation. They're about 3 years old, maybe a little bit over that, and they'll live to be about 15 or 20 years old, so they still have quite some time with me. They're just not very happy right now because they are crepuscular animals, and it's the middle of the day and they were taking a nap, and they're not happy to be awake. Next up we have Smokey, my hedgehog. He is my most recently acquired pet. He was rehomed to me as well. He is going to be 1 year old in January, and our bonding has come along quite nicely. Before, he would have gotten much more finicky, much quicker than he has, but he's getting there. So we're gonna put him back in his cage and move on to the next pet. Next up, we have my 2 sugar gliders. Their names are Kanga and Rue, and they are nocturnal, so I'm kind of trying not to bug them too much right now. This right here is Kanga, and the white face that you just saw coming up, the one that's turning her head around right now, her name is Rue. Rue is the most bonded to me, and Kanga, I've always said, is Rue's glider. They are best buddies. They're my very first exotic pets, and I've had them for about 2 years now. And I love them very, very much. Next up, we're gonna meet my 6 guinea pigs. I have 2 trios. I have a male trio and a female trio. What we're looking at now is my male trio. This guy right here is Zazil. And then there we have Pumbaa. And in here is Timon. He's the smallest of my 3 guys. These guys came to me in a rehome situation. Also, the person who had them before me didn't have them in a very large cage. They were being kept in 3 separate, very small cages. These people just didn't know a whole lot about guinea pigs, which there's a lot of common misconceptions with these guys. But together just like they should be. Simone's rumble strutting. And they do really, really awesome in their group. I'm really proud of them. There's not been any fighting or anything like that. So I'm really proud of them for that. Okay, and in this cage we have my female trio. And my female trio came about because I got Daisy in a rehome rescue situation. She came to me, and soon after she came to me, I found out that she was pregnant with, this right here is Worm, one of her babies, and then in this house over here is Woolly. So we have Woolly and Worm. I discovered that in her previous home, she was housed with a male who happened to be her brother. And, well, obviously they bred, and now I have her two babies also. Come to find out, Daisy and my male trio are actually all related somehow, or believed to be related, because they all came from the same friend group who got their guinea pigs at the same time, and from the same breeder. So I do believe that Daisy is related to my male trio. So yeah, that's all my guinea pigs. Okay, so that's all of my pets, and that concludes my Meet My Pets video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you'll be back to see our future videos. If you did enjoy this video and you're interested in seeing us grow here on YouTube, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Also, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know what videos you would like to see from us in the future. And if you're interested in more details into my pets' backstories and learning a bit more about us, check out our Facebook page and our Instagram at My Mini Zoo. I'll link those down in the description for you guys. Again, my name is Shayna Wilhoit, and thank you guys so much for watching.